Yeah, it's a big game this week. Ah, 45. No, it's the late night. This needs to be. Well, I guess that's SEC prime time, 6 o'clock. Let me get my preparations together. Mm. Right. sir. Get it, fella.
Jordan-Hare Stadium, one of the most intimidating and passionate environments in all of college football. More than 87,000 will be watching that eagle fly overhead and getting set to back their beloved Auburn Tigers. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Oregon's offense will start this game off. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on 3rd down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame you can really utilize.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Now on the option. The pitch. Open space at the 25. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those 3rd down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for a quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
Quick toss. Oh, he gave him the dead leg. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. And this one will be stopped for no gain. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Let me tell you, this
way to outstretch the phalanges.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
What kind of leech you got on? No wonder you damn stay handed and hurting. Get your shoes.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
Movie Miles ain't teaching nothing.
Down in the backfield, he'll lose a couple. And here comes the offense on second down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Inside the 15. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion.
Got enough space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll go to the fullback. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Auburn Tigers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. These two dudes who both come off the edge can rack an offense stage.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Yeah, best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got...
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
How nice is it as a quarterback if you don't have
to
get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shoot Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
Got him downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He
Make the
was
tackle.
coming in nicely. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit, yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in third down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the reasons this offense is so
Hey,
exciting.
them niggas know it's hard to stop me, so they better get it while they can.
If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And we're all
That was fourth and inches right there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
The option look.
Oh,
They bring him
take
down
the
and he's
ball.
gonna lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about.
Don't press none, you don't give it.
They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Here comes the option. Now the toss. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we
Yeah, I seen the ran that play back to back. But I don't know why that nigga ain't hitting the ball out.
That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. The Ducks send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make the big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Oh, man, boy, y'all got blocked.
Guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
That pass. And they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Wide out in motion. Looking for a man. It's Pryor. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Now, that was a blitz from the middle linebacker. That's one the offensive line should have picked up, regardless of what the pass protection was. Sliding or going base man-to-man or fanning out, you generally always account for the middle linebacker. There's no reason to let him run clean like that.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield.
He
took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
You're down so big for it.
Game
was 11 miles an hour.
Really back in. Take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Still on his feet at the 35. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, making a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the option. He'll toss it. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll try to drive ahead on third and short.
If I told both of you dickheads to block, come on.
That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources.
That's
on
ridiculous.
him. The linebacker comes free, boom, and make.
I literally said double team 92 and catch the linebacker. That nigga didn't do no double team and ran it straight past the block. He hit him. We got Allen.
Tackle for a loss.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Ducks are rolling down the field. The give to the tailback. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now on second and goal. Quarterback sneak wedging himself into the line. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Houston. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Going up top on first down. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet mostly.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack tear.
Well, you know y'all can call time out over this place, so they're just going to get some of that time without you.
On the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there on the Plains. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. If you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
And the returner will be brought down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal.
Oh, come on.
I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Keeps it and gets the first down. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And nice answer.
Yeah,
by this
so
defense.
is.
You give up a big
Dancing
play,
machine.
you don't take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense.
trying to
getting
hit
a
all
sack,
the things.
creating some momentum.
To the air, it's Pryor. Get it out on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first possession.
The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
He wants it all.
Let's go.
Ball in the air, intercepted.
John Charles Everett.
Past the 50, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Oregon. How about that D coming up with a play like that? Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortune.
We said this is a big game.
Position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. And this offense is desperate to keep
Okay,
this drive
EBR.
alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He'll try to pick it up on the ground.
No, sir.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. On first down, here comes this offense. Run it with the fullback. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
So far, everything's just seemed to work for this offense when they've wanted to run the football. Regardless of what down and distance it is, they're able to get it done. Up front, getting a lot of push, and these backs are finding the holes.
Discards a man. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Now on second and short after that pickup. They go to the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
They'll give it to the back. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. The Ducks have pushed it inside the 20. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
On the option. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Field goal is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia Southern is putting on a show offensively, only there's been no real story arc. It's been all Eagles all day with almost no let-up. They're up 14 over UCF. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Offense set on first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got the quick pass. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And he runs a quick out route. This is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The give from the gun.
That's my fault.
Still running at the 40. Oh, what a cut. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down next time.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. Finds his big tight end. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The hand to the running back. and he was able to pick his way for
So you
just a
still
few
gonna
yards,
say
and
the
that'll
same.
wrap up the third quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now this defense could really use a stop on third down as the offense has had its way. The back goes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Pryor. Makes his connection. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it.
Oh, what a grab by the defense.
Go. Get on your horse. Get on your horse, Hargrove. That's them sprint drills at the end of practice. Let's go.
Touchdown Ducks. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
This is a big week.
They are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
They said they the head honcho right now in the SEC.
Man, offense needed points badly.
Over me?
Defense comes up.
Oh, South Carolina?
Interception, takes it all
Okay.
back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this
Well,
game
let's get some straightening in.
almost out of reach.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and there
This is
are
my
big
motherfucking
3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, shit.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
I ain't got a motherfucking speech impediment. You heard what I said clearly.
This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a
Yeah.
big play. They got all the
Now we
momentum,
back.
so they're ready to hunt.
On second down, he'll fire. They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Schmidt. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first.
The alligator on the man. Stretch them phalanges out.
It's going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. And they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Back to throw, it's Pryor. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. That's caught. It's Harris. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. That last completion sets him up on second down. Give to the running back. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up of 5 and a first down. Auburn lines up quickly. He's going to pass. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Dances away. And he has a
Go
solid gain
slide.
on the play before sliding. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
I mean, 4th and goal, and what does he do? He makes plays. This is why quarterbacks with this kind of athletic ability are so hard to stop. Big-time money down on 4th down, and the quarterback makes the play.
And they did tack on the extra point. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and get 6 points.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
My bad. Into the bath. You stink.
Solid space makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Got it.
Sticks it in his belly. The Ducks pick up the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. The give to the fullback. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And this field goal attempt might just seal the deal by making it a 3-score game late. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Georgia Southern has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Freedom took flight in the pregame, but this has been a good one inside Paulson Stadium. They're up by 11 over UCF. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Grabbed over the middle. It's Schmidt. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He's got it down the left. Running toward the
Damn, Everett. I thought you were attempted to at least start running back with him. Shit.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And as we get later in this game, Jesse, you want to keep moving the ball and being aggressive, but don't turn the thing over.
So how about getting the running game going right here, David, on this drive? Let those big fellas up front get some push, bleed the clock, move the chains.
Yeah, no need to get greedy. I know the passing stats and you want to score, but you're right. The clock right now is your friend with a 2-possession lead.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find it. Incomplete. Wait. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.
But really, so they don't really look at speed coming up the clock, man. They ain't got no time left.
And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were unranked. That's not what they were worried about. Oh, this team's ranked. They weren't looking at them any different. They were looking to come in.
We've been
and get the
underdogs
W
all our
and
life.
execute. Great job believing they could come, Jesse, and knock them off.
Yeah, you're right, David. This team came in with something to prove, and they knew they had a national audience that was going to be paying attention to this game. What a great job going out under the lights, big-time stage against a ranked opponent, and really putting their A game out there on the field.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports